Yes, ma'am.
Goes down for 2 weeks and trains, even though she's doing the same thing as she did last year.
Good evening.
Counselor for a week, which is a good
Thanks for joining us this evening. Would you please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Shawnee Mission North NJROTC. Okay, Dr. Henson, report by the superintendent.
Thank you for being here this evening. We have a number of outstanding students to recognize tonight. We are going to start off the recognition tonight with a video. Remy Gordon is being highlighted as our student this month, and so let's watch the video of Remy Gordon, please.
Project Legal really helped me become interested in engineering. Like after you take the intro course, like I really found out that that's what I kind of wanted to do. So if it wasn't for having those courses in this school, I may not have even ventured into the field and found that I really actually enjoyed it.
Well, having had Remy as a freshman, he took Introduction to Engineering Design. What that did for him was enabled him to learn how to document and illustrate and go through the design process in a small way. Then he took some more engineering courses in Project Lead the Way. And then as a senior, though, he took the Engineering Design and Development class. And he and his partner entered the showcase at Union Station. And they were selected as one of the top 10 who were able to communicate their design well.
So we were trying to tackle the problem of glass recycling, which is like a pretty big problem in our country because like around 34% or something of the glass it gets produced each year actually makes it into recycling, so that means a lot of it's going into landfills, but glass is actually 100% recyclable. First we found out, like, we made a survey about why people weren't recycling glass, and a lot of it had to do with the inconvenience of it, because a lot of municipalities don't have curbside glass recycling, so they have to take it to like a third party, like a Ripple Glass or places like that, or a recycling center. So we wanted to make it easier for people who had to take it somewhere else. We weren't trying to like change the whole system, but we tried to make a container that would actually crush and compact the glass at home, so you wouldn't have to take it nearly as often. You could fit more into the box. After working on that same project for an entire year, finally getting a little bit of recognition for it was pretty nice. It was cool to stand up there with some of the other top kids in the area in the engineering field and get to be recognized right alongside them.
I think what they probably noticed was the background that went into it. What they didn't see on a day-to-day basis, Remy puts detail into things. He asks all the right questions. He takes time to do what some students wouldn't take time to do. And so therefore what comes out and what showed was all of his great drawings, really, and detail work on the design that he had.
Academically, I'd say definitely finding out that I got into Stanford was probably like the highlight. Like that was, when I think back, that was like the happiest part for me in school-wise. Just feeling everything I've done over the past 4 years and even before that really like come together. Socially, going to all the sports games in like my last year and enjoying all that and getting to see all my friends play on the varsity teams and things like that, especially in football and basketball, have been a great time. I'll remember those nights for forever. So I feel like a lot of the students at Shawnee Mission South have been really supportive, and I've made some great friends that I plan to keep for a lifetime. And I think a lot of the Shawnee Mission schools are like that. I feel like we have some really outstanding kids here who are really supportive of each other, and so I'd like to see that in the future, because I feel like that's the way that great people really come out, is if they feel like they're supported, and if they have their freedom to do what they want to do, and that other people will back them in that. So I've definitely enjoyed my time here, and I couldn't have done it without some of the students, not as well as the teachers who have helped me along the way.
Remy, are you in the audience tonight? If so, would you stand to be recognized, please? I don't know if Remy's here tonight. Remy is not here tonight, so congratulations, though, to Remy Gordon. Rennie Mall, biotechnology signature program student. In 2016, Shawnee Mission West graduate, earned a third-place honor at the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair in the area of biomedical and health sciences. Rennie was recognized for her research to find a therapy for colon cancer that targets only cancer cells. Congratulations to Rennie. We would also like to recognize tonight Dr. Lachelle Sigg. She's a new doctor for us, so Director of Human Resources on the certified side, recently earned her doctorate degree. This is important to us, and so congratulations to Dr. Sigg. Sir John Douglas. John is in the audience. John, would you stand? He doesn't know we're doing this tonight. John is our Director of Emergency Services, but he received this last week the Legacy of Excellence Award from the Overland Park Police Department. He is honored for his devotion, innovation, and relationship building throughout his career with the City of Overland Park. Congratulations, Chief Douglas. We're excited tonight to honor a lot of students, some of which are allowed to be here tonight. Some have graduated this last week and decided they didn't want to come back. And obviously we still have some school competitions that are going on as well this week, in state competitions. So I am going to call students' names by their school, and I'm going to ask the students to call either when their team, group, or individual name is called and remain standing. If you would please wait until all the students' names have been called and they're all standing, and then we'll have a great round of applause for everyone. But again, it's our honor tonight in the Shawnee Mission School District to be able to recognize just a few of our outstanding students. From Shawnee Mission South, the forensics team has had a great year. So Hannah Hall, Adric Tenuta, Andrew Duffy, Kenny Chan, and Cynthia Romo, and then again Cynthia Romo. Fabulous year, first, second, and third place finishes. From Shawnee Mission West, the forensics team, Sierra Macklin, Aaron Smith, Nicholas Wallenberg, and Jocelyn Sorozo. From diving, from West, Ryan O'Neill finished second in the state diving championship. And from wrestling from West, Jose Montoya is the 195-pound wrestling state champion. From Shawnee Mission Northwest, the girls basketball team, the Lady Cougars won second place at the state championship. Brenny Rose, she is the Kansas Gatorade Player of the Year finalist in the first team All-State. Now, some of you students aren't standing. I know school's out, So all students, if I've called your name already or your team, you need to stand, remain standing. From Shawnee Mission East, the boys swimming team took first place at the state meet in February with numerous top 3 finishers in individual events. Aiden Holbrook won the state championship in the 500-yard freestyle. Tonight we're honoring winter sports, but I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the Shawnee Mission East girls state championship team as well. Bahavish Dinakar and Spencer Mitchell, first place in debate in the state. Will Bledsoe and Nate Parrish, they were second in the state. The state DECA team for East, I will not read all 48 names, but the East DECA team had 48 students that all finished within the top 3 in their respective competitions. So what a phenomenal accomplishment from the Shawnee Mission East DECA team. From Shawnee Mission North, we'll stay with DECA. The Shawnee Mission North state champions in DECA for 2016. The grand award winners, first place to Madison Brown, Alyssa Vila, and Quentin Jones. First place to Calvin Tran and Kimberly Tran, Ben Terrell, and a third place to Cassie Davis, all from the North DECA team. You might have heard about this. The Shawnee Mission North basketball team, boys basketball team, are the 2016 state champions with numerous honors to go along with that accomplishment. A couple things that we'll note. Marcus Weathers finishes the 2nd all-time rebounder in North history and the 2nd all-time scorer with 1,220 points in North history. Michael Weathers, he was the Dorena Award finalist, which recognizes the best team players in the Kansas City area, the Sunflower League Player of the Year, all-team, first team All-State. And after his career in North, he leaves as the all-time leading scorer in the history of North High School with 1,630 points. So congratulations to all of the North boys basketball team. Steve Stitzer and Brian McIntosh, 2 of our coaches, are the Boys and Girls Sunflower League Coach of the Year. Just the winter recognition from the students, teams, and individuals in the Shawnee Mission School District. So before I go to the NJROTC from North, all of these outstanding students, may we give them a tremendous round of applause, please. Congratulations, students. If you would be seated for just a few moments, please, and then we'll treat you to some food and socialization. There's one other group that we want to recognize tonight, the Shawnee Mission North NJROTC, under the direction of Chief Warrant Officer Dennis Graylis. They traveled to Florida to compete in the NJROTC National Championship, where they won a number of first-place trophies in individual events that culminated in winning the overall national championship. They are the best NJROTC program in the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight to perform the routine for us, the Shawnee Mission North NJROTC under the direction of Chief Warrant Officer Dennis Graylis. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, we know why they're national champions. We are here to recognize our students. I trust I have not missed anyone, but if I have, we have several of our high school principals that are in the audience. So if I've missed anyone from your building, I'm going to ask the high school principals to stand and acknowledge those students or teams. So if I missed anyone, Mrs. Gruman. So students that went to nationals, Northwest High School for BPA, which is very similar to DECA, they went to nationals, and we have 4 students. So go ahead and try their names for us tonight, Mrs. Gruman. Yes, ma'am. Like 5 students. Congratulations. Thank you, Mrs. Gruman. Congratulations, sir. State wrestling. Mr. Kramer.
BPA stand up. And Samantha Hood, Skills USA. And Tran Kim, Kimberly, I can't see very well over there. Hannah Morrell back there standing up.
Congratulations. We congratulate each and every one of our students for the great accomplishments through our winter activities to present. Obviously, we have spring that's still going on, and so we'll have those recognitions at a later time. But students, congratulations. For those of you that are seniors and graduated this last week, thanks for coming back tonight. The good news is you're not going to have to stay for the remainder of the board meeting. You can applaud if you want to, that's okay. But we have a reception that's planned in the other gymnasium. I'll give you directions in just a moment. But we have a reception planned tonight for all the students, for all the family members. And so we'll dismiss everyone in the audience tonight that's here for our students. Again, the students and their family members. We'll continue to have a short board meeting, and then we'll adjourn the board meeting, and we'll go and join you tonight. But we really wanted to take this opportunity tonight, once again, to recognize the outstanding student accomplishments right here in the Shawnee Mission School District. Yes, sir. Won golf today from East, so congratulations. So students and all the family members here for the students, you can exit currently right now through the first set of doors into the lobby. Just go to your left, and there's reception there. There's all kinds of food there for you, and we will join you shortly. So we'll pause just for a moment for those individuals to exit, and we'll continue our school board meeting. No, ma'am. No.
There's Tim Fisher over there. I see him. We will continue with the agenda. C1 is a presentation by the Shawnee Mission Education Foundation. Mr. Tim Goodger is the foundation treasurer. Yeah, come on down to the microphone. That would be great.
I'm Tim Goodger. I'm the treasurer of the Shawnee Mission Education Foundation. Kim Hinkle asked me to step forward tonight to take her place. I believe she's on a beach somewhere enjoying herself, which is great. Really short report. Wanted to report at our last board meeting we approved a $44,000 support for the Jump Start program. Actually, we had a really nice presentation, and the board was really excited. I think several of the board members have made plans to attend some of the sessions in the summer. So I think quite a bit of excitement, and I think overall the board is excited to help the foundation or help you all in any way we can. So I think that's really all we really had going on for this last month. But, just wanted to make that presentation.
And Tim, thank you very much. So $44,000 from the Shawnee Mission Education Foundation to help provide funding for Jumpstart for our students this summer. So we appreciate it immensely, Tim. So thank you very much. We have invited a number of the SMSD board members to our Jumpstart programs this summer as well.
A ton of folks. You may have more board members than you have kids in session. So.
That'd be great. Thank you, Tim,
Thank you.
and the Shawnee Mission Education Foundation.
Wonderful. Okay, we move to D1, open forum. We do have one speaker, so I want to go ahead and read this. During each regular business meeting, the Board of Education provides an open forum as an opportunity for public comment on school district issues. Agendas are published in advance to notify the community of the topics under consideration. Patron comments are welcome. The board president will place a time limit per speaker on open forum remarks. If a group has comments, the spokesperson should be selected to speak on behalf of the group. Our first speaker, I think I'll just limit it to 5 minutes, if that's okay. We just have one speaker. So we have Jan Bombeck.
Hello, my name is Jan Bombeck, and I live at 5832 Newton in Overland Park, Kansas. I'm speaking as a concerned citizen as well as an employee of the Shawnee Mission School District. I'm the librarian at Ray Marsh Elementary School, and I hold a master's degree in library and information management. There are currently 3 openings for librarians in elementary librarians in the Shawnee Mission School District. However, the job description has changed. It is now listed for an innovation specialist, innovation station teacher. The education and experience required is only elementary classroom certification and has no mention of library certification. In fact, candidates interviewing for this position have been asked nothing about their vision for a school library, how they would stay up to date on current trends in children's literature, or encourage children to read. In addition to this, several principals have expressed a desire to turn their library into only a makerspace without any library curriculum. A member of the Shawnee Mission administration, when questioned about this new job description, said the innovation job specialist title is so librarians will do more than just read stories and check out books. When I first heard this statement, I was angry because I have never just read stories and checked out books. I have taught digital citizenship, copyright law, and internet safety. I have taught research skills and database use. I have taught story structure and the difference between fiction and nonfiction. I have ordered ebooks and instructed students on how to download and read them. I have taught about authors and illustrators that enrich our lives, and I have read stories. Stories and stories and stories. I was sad to think that an administrator with advanced degrees would disparage the importance of just telling stories. Since the spoken word became part of our civilization, we have woven the fabric of our cultures through stories. We've gained courage, strength, perseverance, and empathy through stories. Once, after reading Harvesting Hope, the story of Cesar Chavez, to a group of 5th graders at Shawnee, the class clapped. One boy said, "That is the best story I have ever heard." It is a great story, a story of overcoming loss, prejudice, courage, and nonviolence. I wondered, did anyone but me read them wonderful stories? Makerspaces are great. Knowledge, experimentation, tech skills, and collaboration can be gained there. However, our future architects, doctors, engineers, and teachers will miss learning valuable lessons if no one has time for just stories. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe author C.S. Lewis once said, "It is likely that our children will meet cruel enemies. Let them at least have heard of brave knights and heroic courage." Author Neil Gaiman says in his book, Coraline, fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but they tell us that dragons can be beaten. Let our children learn the skills of innovation and collaboration, but also how to use heroic courage to fight those dangerous dragons. There will be many.
Thank you.
So, any questions?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we move to E1, which is the approval of minutes of a regular meeting of April 25th.
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Denny. Thank you, Ms. Bisfield. Hold on here, sorry. Okay. Any comments or any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Okay, F1, adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Zila.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Smack. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Okay, G1, move to approval of routine business by consent.
I move routine business by consent.
Thank you, Ms. Neighbor.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Stratton. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Okay, that moves us to... Keep going. Q1?
Q.
What? P1.
P1.
I'm sorry, that's right at the end of the seat. P1, Dr. Henson.
So P1 tonight is a bid for approval of construction contract. Thank you to the voters of the Shawnee Mission School District. January 2015 is for athletic turf installation at Shawnee Mission South, Indian Woods Middle School, and Hawker Grove Middle School. So it is the low bid. The cost associated with the construction contract is $2,383,400. Two items again, it is the low bid, and congratulations and thank you to our voters for supporting great things for kids.
Move P1.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Neighbor. Thank you, Ms. Zila. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Q1, Dr. Henson.
As you recall, the legislature in the state in 2015 amended the election law, and so our board members that are up for re-election in 17 will stay in office until the second Monday in January. And so instead of an election in April and terms expiring at the end of June, the elections will be in November of 17, and you get to stay in office unless you decide to run for re-election until January of 18. So this is just adopting what we do to mirror state statute. So the question is, do we have a choice? And the answer would be no. This says state statute, but it will align our process with the state.
Move approval.
Okay, I'll take Dr. Denny's and then Ms. Zila.
Second.
Any discussion by board members? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Okay, motion carries 7-0. T1, comments from board members? Anybody have any comments tonight?
Very memorable graduations this week. All were incredible. Good job, everybody standing out in the rain. That was well done.
I would just like to say a special thank you to the North NJROTC. They're absolutely phenomenal. And it was exciting to see their performance tonight. It's really one of the most fun times of the year to see the accomplishments of all of our students. They've worked very hard, and I know that our administrators and teachers have just gone overboard this year, so it's been a great year.
Thank you, Ms. Neighbor. Anybody else? Then seeing none, we are adjourned. We can go to the reception now.